out for our basketball preview. We took a trip to Madison Central, and we got the grand poobah of the 11th region, Coach Feldhaus. Coach, man, 37? You've been coaching total for 37 years?
37 years this year. This will be my 31st here at Madison Central. But I look forward to coming in that gym every day and fired up, ready to go.
Now, Coach, that's 31 years in the 11th region. Is that correct, Coach?
31 years in the 11th region, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Coach, you need a badge of honor or something for this one, Coach.
Something, yeah, to deal with that gauntlet year in and year out.
Yes, sir.
This year is definitely going to be no exception because I think this is one of the strongest years we've had in a while. We've got a lot of quality teams in the 11th region this year.
Yes, sir. Now, another district championship last season. Second round in the 11th region tournament last season?
The second
but
round.
All of them are gone pretty much, Coach.
Everybody. 90. I looked it up the other day. 97% of our scoring is gone. So it's kind of unusual to walk in that gym and not see Jalen Davis because we had him in here since he was an 8th grader. And Jalen, of course, is one of those players. If you needed a bucket, you didn't have to draw anything up. Jalen, go get us a bucket. So, and then Robbie Todd had been with us a couple of years, and he's doing well over at EKU. Of course, Jaden West is playing football with EKU. So those names that have been around for a while, they're no longer with us. So we're kind of starting from scratch. But I'll be honest, it's been one of the most enjoyable preseasons that I've had in a long time, just because of the type of kids that we have, and they're very, very coachable, and we're going to have to be a very, I guess you would say, a system-oriented team because I don't have that player I can say, just go give me a bucket. We're going to have to figure out ways in our offense to get those buckets this year.
All right. That's something, as you know, you've done this, of course, many, many times before. But how do you go, and what's your mindset as you get ready for this season? Like you say, you pretty much a whole new team. You know, like you say, you got to get a system and all that. How is that for preparing this season?
For us, it's kind of unusual for us. The expectations are probably not going to be real high, and they are for us. I mean, that never changes for us. Yeah. But people out in the region, I mean, they know what we lost, and we're going to be an underdog in a lot of our games because our schedule didn't change. I don't care what I've got; that schedule's not going to change. So we're going to try to feed off that underdog role, and we've been very fortunate. I was thinking about it the other day. I think 3 out of the last 5 years we've had the 11th Region Player of the Year. So that makes things a little bit easier when you got guys like that. But for a coach, myself, these years where you have guys that are new and you have a lot of inexperience, sometimes they can be your most enjoyable years. I mean, regardless of wins and losses. I mean, this would be the type of year, I'll be honest with you, with our schedule, which I think is second to none, year in and year out. If this team could win 50% of the games, it would be an incredible year for them. I mean, knowing what we've lost, and hopefully, I think it'll be the type of team that will improve as the season goes along. And you never know, get determined time, we might be able to sneak up on somebody.
All right, Coach. Now, as we get ready for the season, I normally ask who are some of the players you can count on, but I kind of got a feeling you're kind of like, I want to know too.
Yeah, it's still kind of up in there. I mean, from this summer, of course, we played this summer, and the summer is important on years like this year when you lose everybody. Of course, Eli Steele has been with me for the last 3 years, played a lot of varsity back, more of a role player, but he started the last 2 years. Great leader, unbelievable leader. Of course, he played football, actually broke his arm in 2 places during the football season, just to show you how tough he is. He came back in like 6 weeks and actually played. So he gives you a lot of those intangibles as a coach that you like. I mean, he's just a tough, smart kid. So really counting on him. Our leading scorer probably this summer was Cody Morrison, who actually came in and played some for us the last month of the season last year. He's probably the most athletic player that we have. He was our best wide receiver in football, so we're expecting a big year from him. Ty Thomas is our 6'6" post player who played on JV the last 2 years. He has really improved. He's totally different from Robbie. Robbie Todd. He's a little bit more comfortable with his back to the basket. Not as good a shooter as Robbie.
More passing.
And actually he's a really good passer. So we're actually bringing him out on the floor this year and kind of running our offense through him because he is such a good passer. So that's kind of unique. Jacob Lansall is a little shooter who's a senior for us, been with the program for 4 years. Landon Ray is a junior who will be my point guard. Has played the point for the JV the last couple of years. His brother played for me. His dad played for me. That kind of show him my age there. So I really only have 5 upperclassmen. I have 3 seniors and 2 juniors, but I've got a bunch of sophomores. And I couldn't tell you right now, there's 6 or 7 of those sophomores who could work their way in the rotation. We just haven't figured out which ones it's going to be yet. That's what we keep telling them in practice. Somebody's got to rise up and say, Coach, I'm going to be the one that's going to be in that rotation. But it's good to have options because the last 2 or 3 years I have not had any options. Yeah. I mean, we've pretty much gone 5 deep, and that was it. So this year it's going to be totally different. I think I could go 10 deep and really not drop off that much.
Now, when you have that kind of situation, is there anything you can do to, I guess, maybe foster or push that? As a coach, how do you get those kids to kind of speed up their maturity? Is there anything you can do?
It's a little bit easier for me now that I've gotten older. That I've got to be a little patient with the younger guys. Because I'll be honest with you, the sophomores, a lot of those sophomores physically are probably not ready yet, but we don't have any choice. I mean, they're very skilled, they're very fundamental, and I'm going to throw them in there. I'm just worried about them. I think I'm smart enough to realize that maybe it's not effort that's getting them beat. Maybe it's just physical strength and getting manhandled. So I got to be patient in those situations like that. But some of them we're going to have to throw to the fire, and I like that because I mean I guess I've got like 11 sophomores that I have, so I can kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel. Because it is a good group and a very coachable group. And I'll be honest, there's been the years that you win. Sometimes as a coach are not your most enjoyable years. A lot of times there's a lot of pressure.
I understand.
And one of my favorite teams that I've ever had, I think, was in 2005. And we only won 10 games. Only had 2 seniors, but those 10 games, I mean, those kids, they worked their tails off the entire, and they were just fun to coach. And I think that's the type of team that this is going to be. I was talking to my assistants yesterday after practice. I said, this has been the most enjoyable preseason I've had in a long time. I really look forward to coming here and coaching these guys because they are so coachable. There's no attitudes. There's no prima donnas. They just want to win. They love each other, and it's really been enjoyable this part. Now, if we start the season 1-7, it might, which is very possible with our schedule, but these guys are not going to quit on me. They're going to give me everything they got.
So you kind of, as long as they're giving you effort and everything.
Yes. Yes, because I mean our schedule. I mean you've seen our schedule.
Yeah. I was looking at it. I was like, ooh,
it is brutal. We are really excited this year. I've been coaching this is my 37th year. I've never hosted a tournament, so we're going to have a holiday tournament December 27th, 28th, and 29th. We got 8 teams, and I think we're all very, very similar. A lot of teams lost a lot last year, like GRC is in it, Lincoln County is in it, South Laurel's in it. Marshall County is in it.
It's your first tournament.
I've never hosted a tournament.
Maybe lower the field because you kind of went big.
They're all good.
You naming teams. I'm kind of like,
they're all good. But
good.
I think we're all similar in that a lot of us lost a lot last year. So I think it'll be a very competitive tournament. Like I said, I just never hosted one before. I said before I retire, I'm going to at least do it 1 year, and I think we've got good facilities here and good community. So we're going to kind of go head to head with Catholic's tournament and see what we can do.
All right, Coach. Now, I guess as you get ready for the season, and like you say, the biggest thing I think is you're looking for improvement throughout the season.
Definitely.
What are your goals, I guess, as far as, coming
I think what I said a minute ago, it is improvement. I mean, it's, believe me, those first couple games, I mean, when you got that much inexperience, and it's going to take us a while to figure out who that 6th, 7th, and 8th man is going to be. But I just want to see gradual, steady improvement and hopes that by the time we get to the middle of February that we could possibly sneak up on one of those really good teams in the 11th region, and there are a bunch of them. And we've done it before.
Yes, you have.
Our guys, as long, that's what I tell them. I said, you got to believe in our program. And I think our program stands for itself. You got to believe in our system and believe in your coaching staff, and most of all, believe in each other. And these are the type of kids that can do that. I think they can see the big picture, and we're just looking for that improvement. And and hopefully by the end of the year we'll be competitive and play with those good teams.
All right, Coach. Well, we just wanted to check in on the Indians and see how things was going with my coach, Coach Feldhaus. Coach, I still got your back. Don't let them believe you.
I believe you. We really, having you all support high school basketball, especially here in the 11th region, and it's nice to have people like you all that kind of pay attention to all the hard work these high school coaches, these high school kids put in, and to give them a little bit of exposure. So we really appreciate it. Anytime you call me, I'm on board.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, Coach, we'll be looking forward to seeing how you do this season and keep doing big things.
We're going to do our best. Thank you.